Time for the Tesla and the Palantir weekly update. And this one's going to be pretty quick because not much happened for either one. So we're just going to look at this Tesla chart right here. And we can see that basically the 382 was the 221.26. And it did, in fact, still close the week below. So that's 2 weeks in a row below it as well. But it's not that bad still because of this Ichimoku has been holding support quite well. So that we did see a big 12%, 13% decline last week, and this week it was just a small little doji candle that closed under resistance but above support. So where is things headed for next week? Well, we could see things just hold and build a base and continue higher, or we actually could see price maybe even go back down to test support, maybe even the baseline, right? And that could be maybe 204.90. And there's a lot of confluence around the low 200s. So even if there was some kind of bad stuff, I think this support will catch it. And we can see that by putting on the SMAs here. We can see that there's a 50 week moving average, the 100 week moving average, the green and the blue, and the baseline down there. And that all starts at 207, 206, and even down to 204. So regardless, this has a lot of support, right? It can go down a little bit more, retest it all, and still be a very bullish chart. And so the goal is to still close weekly candles back above the 382, the 221.26. But if it doesn't, then that's still okay, right? It's still making a series from the bottom here, a series of higher highs and higher lows, right? This would still be a higher low from here. And if we even go to the monthly chart here, we can see that the bottom of the cloud sits at 213. Then you even have the monthly support still at the same levels at the 207s and the 204s exactly. So there's a lot of confluence with those same exact numbers on different time frames. So you got weekly support there, you have monthly support there. So would it be a bad thing to go back and retest it? It would not be bad, but it probably would scare a lot of people if it did, because then they would always think it's going to go lower and lower and lower, and they would never buy anyway. So regardless, this is just part of the process of going higher, and it's just going to take maybe more time. We'll find out next week if it's going to hold basically this level or if it's going to retest and then consolidate around there. But anyways, the goal is get above 382. The goal is stay above all the support. And if all the support does stay and hold, then Tesla will build a base and eventually go higher. And now we got Palantir, and Palantir didn't really do much either. It just broke out last week and back tested that 886 again, the 40.55. So that is your support right there for the week next week, and your resistance is still going to be $45. So there's been absolutely no change at all. We can look and on the daily chart to see if there's any loss of momentum maybe, and there's still not, right? You can see that it's still maintaining this conversion line there. So even that 4170 is still a support level at the time being. So the momentum is still in the favor of the bulls, but it is looking like it might make a lower high here. And if it does make a lower high, it could come back down and retest levels again. So it's just in a range, and the range is well defined. Like I just said before, we can see that the range is 40, 55, all the way to up to 45. So nothing is going to change for Palantir until either one of these levels break. And if this one does break the 40.55, then there is support, a lot of support below to catch it. So I would not be too worried. It's all part of the process to break all-time highs. And if it has to retest support over and over again, then that's what it has to do. But I am super bullish on the future. And once it does break this one level, it will go to the 55s, it will go to the 60s, 70s, and beyond. So nothing to fear. But yeah, both these charts today, Tesla and Palantir, they were a little bit boring this week, nothing too exciting, but that's just part of the process in order to go higher.